Hello everyone. So welcome back to our series VideoCrypt. We are back again with another very important topic. This is a continuation of our last video wherein we discussed that how actually a recorded video is delivered from the cloud to the downstream devices. So just a quick recap. We did discuss that there is storage, there is a transcoder. Then this video through the CDN, the content delivery network, is delivered to the downstream devices. So it can be an iPhone, Android, or let's say to a Windows application or a website for an instance. Now, having discussed on the technology behind how this is done, how this is delivered, we also made a mention of how you can actually save costs while you are doing this activities, right? So each of the component, be it the storage, the transcoder or the CDN, so they help you save certain amount of cost while you are using these services, which means you're also always keeping a check on the operating cost that you're going to incur, or let's say within the same cost, how you are actually going to accommodate more users than your competitors or than the ones that those are using other services. So hence the topic, how to save CDN cost by using AWS Media Convert. We'll cover all the components, storage, how you're saving cost on storage, how you're saving cost on the transcoding, and as a result, how you're saving cost on the CDN, the bandwidth. So this is what most people, most of you can actually relate to, that this is a bandwidth cost. How much is the bandwidth cost per GB? So let's start this session. We'll take certain assumptions while going through this slide, while going through these numbers. So we'll take it up one by one. To start with, so in context to the last video, I told that yes, there will be a storage in the cloud. Here it is called S3, the simple storage services, and you as a content creator are uploading an MP4 file for it to be transcoded by the elemental media convert. Now we are taking an assumption that this MP4 file, this is a 1 hour long video file, and as a raw file in the MP4 format, it is 1 GB in size. So the raw video that you have shoot from the camera or the mobile phone is an hour long video with 1 GB in size. Now we are making a certain comparisons on once it is processed for the transcoding, for the compression techniques, right? For the compression, sorry. Now this is any other transcoder versus the transcoder that we are actually using in the VideoCrypt, which is called the AWS Media Converts. So there is a technology called QVBR. You can always Google it. There are a lot of documentations available there on the net. What is actually QVBR technology? How it is helping with the video compression without the loss in quality of the video. So there are more documents on it. Now once this file is transcoded, so for each profiles, right? So it depends upon your need, which all profiles you are interested in. But let's say for the sake of comparison, once this file is converted into a 240p format, this file size reduces to 300 MBs. But the same file converted with this media convert will be around 200 MBs in size. It does not mean that the quality is not good, is not as good as compared to the other transcoder. That is not the case. So there is, you can see a saving of, straight away saving of 100 MBs per video, or let's say per hour. So this is what is going to, let's say, be seen when we talk of a storage, when we talk of a CDN. Now having said this, that for each particular profile there is significant amount of saving, right? And as you go up the ladder, go up the profiles, the saving is even more. This is about saving. One thing which is not mentioned in here is the time which it takes to transport. You can experience it yourselves. You can connect with us. You can ask us for a simple POC, or let's say a login wherein you can actually validate both the reduction in size and the reduction in time while transporting with any other transporter or with VideoCrypt. Now, coming to the storage, how you are actually going to save something on the storage part. Now, let's say this file when actually transcoded would be around 5.4 GBs in size. How it will be? Let's say it was converted into all the 5 formats. So, this 300, 500, 700, 1.2 plus 1.7 makes it up to what 4.4 GB. Plus, you are also keeping the original file onto the storage, which makes this the size of this file to 5.4 GB. Similar with the case in media convert, the second case, but the size is around 3 GBs. Let's say we are assuming that per GB the storage cost is around 2 rupees, right? So, for let's say 100 videos you are uploading, or let's say let's take it one. For every video you are saving around 2.4 rupees per video or per hour, you can say. In other context, you can say that for the same amount of money that you are spending, you can actually accommodate or store 2 times the file, right? So, here it is 3 rupees, your costing here, the costing here is 5.4 rupees. So, roughly 2 times the file you can actually save onto your storage and distribute it to the end users. So, this is with respect to the storage. I have clearly shown how actually you are saving the cost, or let's say accommodating more content on the storage with the same costing when you are using this VideoCrypt. Coming to the CDN part of it, the distribution part of it, this is where the scale is going to be, I would say, visible, more pronounced or visible, because the multiplier factor is coming into picture. Your users are coming into picture. One video, let's say viewed by one user, or let's say 1 lakh users, makes a lot of difference, because everything comes down to the GBs or bandwidth your systems actually consumes. You have 1 lakh user, they are consuming 1 GB of data per day, the consumption is higher. You do not have large numbers, but let's say the data consumption, the number of videos, the number of content that you're providing is higher, you are going to end up with high bandwidth requirement or high GBs requirement. So, here the assumption is that we are taking is that we have around 10,000 users. Another assumption, as a user, now I am, let's say, signing up to the application, I am watching a video. Now, what this helps us with as well, I mean, like the student perspective, this is all what we are talking about is from the business perspective. But let's say there is another benefit of using transcoder from the student perspective, that I am actually getting to watch the video in the bitrate I prefer to watch. I may have some limitation with the bandwidth, I may have some limitation with the amount of data that is left, or the amount of activities that I do over internet. So, I prefer to choose 240 pixels as, let's say, I am going to watch the video in. So, we are assuming that all the users are watching at 240 bitrate. So, the bandwidth consumed around for all the 10,000 users will be, for 240, we are saying that yes, this file is 1 hour file is 300 MBs. We are assuming that 10,000 users are watching this file completely, 1 hour complete video. So, the total bandwidth will be around 3000 MBs, right? So, simple calculation, 300 MBs into 10,000 users, it will make around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30 lakh MBs converted into 3000 GBs. So one more assumption that we are taking up is that 1 GB is equal to 1000 MBs, just for the ease of calculation, which is not the case. It is around 1024 MBs, but for the sake of ease, or the sake of calculation, we are taking it 1000 MBs. Now, this 3000 GBs, let's say this is we're calculating in terms of the years for a complete year. So the total consumption will be around 36 terabytes. Assuming that 1 terabyte comes at a cost of 100 rupees. So in this case, the yearly amount that you will be spending in delivering these videos to your end users will be around 3600, and in this case it will be only 2400 rupees, because the size is reduced, right, from 300 MBs to 200 MBs. There is saving of 100 MBs. So you can see a saving of around 1200 rupees per year. This is in numbers, this is in monetary terms, or you can also say that you can accommodate 5000 more students, right? So another 12 TB you will be getting, because you're getting 1 TB at 100 rupees, you will be getting another 12 TB. So 12 TB if you get here, so in this 12 TB you can actually accommodate more 5000 users. So you can clearly see that same amount that anyone else is spending using any other transcoder, you can actually accommodate 5000 more students, more users, hence more revenue. So yes, that's it for today. But yeah, we were still missing your comments on what all type of videos that you are still looking for, and हमें ये भी बताएं कि जो हम वीडियो बना रहे हैं, is it useful for you or not. We have lined up a lot of videos for you guys, but जब तक कमेंट नहीं आएंगे, we would not be able to know कि are we in the right track or not. So your comments are very very important. आप सब्सक्राइब कीजिए ताकि जैसे ही कोई नई वीडियो आए, you get to know about it. We want to make you aware of how actually all these things happens, right? Because you encounter it on daily basis. Now, having said that, whatever we discussed today is not just a theory. This is indeed possible. This indeed happens. And if you want to validate, you can write us in the comments. You can drop your contact numbers. We will share one demo account with you for you to validate whatever we have discussed today. So thank you. Stay tuned. Thank you so much.